Hi, I am immigration attorney Curtis Morrison, coming to you from Southern California. The question that I want to answer in this video is concerning the 2020 Diversity Visa Lottery mandamus case that we plan to file on July 8th, 2020. And the question is this: what are the odds of success? Okay, first of all, big disclosure. Maybe not a surprise, attorneys cannot guarantee the outcome of litigation. The arbiter, the decider, is the judge. The judge in this case will determine the legal issues as well as the factual disputes between the parties if we get that far. And so it's important to realize that there are variables that if you can predict those variables, you can come to a conclusion yourself on what you think the odds are. Okay, I think the odds are good, not guaranteed, but good. Okay, so here are the variables. One, COVID-19 pandemic in the United States is still not under control, and for political reasons, it needs to be under control. Okay, so that's one factor. The second factor is whether or not the embassies will open or not, because the sooner the embassies open, the more people that can get processed and the less behind they will be. Okay. The third factor is whether President Trump extends Proclamation 10014. This is the 60-day ban that's allegedly tied to the economic impacts of immigrants. If he extends that, or if he replaces it with something that's worse or what have you, that is a factor. That is a big factor. Okay. The next factor would be when we file a case, we do not choose the judge. What we choose is the district that we file the case. The judge is determined randomly by the clerk. So whether we get a judge that was appointed by President Obama or President Carter or Clinton or Bush or the other Bush are appointed by Trump, that is, the minority of judges are appointed by Trump, but that is a possibility. So who the judge was appointed by and how the judge feels about this issue as expressed in other cases could be a factor that you want to consider. But we don't know that until we file the case. Okay. Another factor is how the government defends against the case. Whether they call in their best attorneys and an army of attorneys to fight us, or if they don't. That's hard to predict. It depends on what else is going on. There's a lot going on in the U.S. government right now, and I think the best attorneys are focused on some of the other issues, okay? The best government attorneys. And so that's a sample of some of the variables. One other variable that I do have a little bit of control over is the public perception of the case, whether or not the public knows about this case and cares about it. And so I will be in touch with journalists to see if they will cover the case. And if some of you that are participating want to talk to journalists and tell your story, that would be wonderful. If you're willing to be photographed or videoed, that would be great. There's no obligation to do it. There will be plenty of participants, I expect. So I'm sure some will be okay with that, and some are private, and that's okay. Okay, so anyway, those are many of the variables that will impact whether or not we will have a positive outcome and whether we'll have a whole bunch of visas issued. Okay, that's what we want, but it will depend on all of those variables. I think the chance is good. Okay, it's good, but it's not guaranteed. I hope that's helpful. If you have specific questions, never hesitate to contact me on WhatsApp or Telegram, and have a great day. Thanks.